Tonight on the Night Team. Louisville's consent decree remains in limbo, but community leaders are already looking forward to how they want to see it implemented.
If we didn't need federal oversight, we wouldn't need the consent decree to begin with.
Plus, Louisville and Kentucky men's basketball with big-time matchups. Kent Spencer, Saran Merboyne, and Mason Horodisky join us for coverage. And later, remnants of nearly a foot of snow in southern Indiana, and for snowboarders, it's a gift from Mother Nature.
So we are seizing every moment of it.
How Paoli Peaks is reaping the benefits. Right now on the WHAS11 Night Team. A little reprieve. It's been a warmer day here in the city, but those temperatures are falling, and they are falling fast. Many in Kentuckiana are now under a winter weather advisory. Thanks for joining us here at 11 on the Night Team. I'm Alex Dieterer. Right now, we're looking to the skies as we could see another 1 to 3 inches of snow heading our way. We have declared a weather impact alert day. Meteorologist Danielle Moss has the latest details.
Well, today was a warmer day. However, we do have a winter weather advisory in effect and a cold weather watch in effect as well. We're going to see some really big weather changes on the way for us. Over the next 12 hours, we're going to dip down into the mid-20s. It's going to be cold for sure, but the big weather story will be those snow showers. That's why that winter weather advisory is in effect. Tomorrow, highs will be near 29 degrees. Some morning snow, some snow flurries off and on throughout the day. It's definitely possible. Here's a look at that winter weather advisory for you. It is in effect from now all the way until Sunday evening. So just be prepared. Some of us could be seeing some really heavy snow falling out there. This is a look at your cold weather advisory. This encompasses the entire viewing area. So be prepared for that cold blast that's on the way for next week. So we'll get to that, but here's a look at your Sunday. There's a weather impact alert from now until your Sunday evening for those snow showers. Not everyone's going to be impacted by the snow, but you definitely need to use caution. There could be some times where some of that snow can make that visibility really low. Let's time it out a little bit for you. As you head into your Sunday morning around 5 a.m., you start to see that snow really develop. And then as we head into the late morning hours, it gets a little bit heavier. It's really right where that winter weather advisory is located. So you can see why they issued it. Have more details on what you can expect going forward coming up. The current state of the consent decree has some Louisvillians concerned. The agreement between the city and the Department of Justice is meant to bring reform to the police department. But right now, it's in limbo in federal court after the local police union says the agreement interferes with their policies. WHAS 11 Night Team's Clarice Shaley and photojournalist Aspen Hester sat in on a discussion panel tonight about the consent decree at Routes 101. And Clarice, what were some of the concerns addressed tonight?
Well, Alex, members of Breonna Taylor's family were there tonight to hear from panelists that were behind bringing the consent decree to Louisville. This decree is seen as a measure to hold people and the city accountable, but there are concerns of what will happen in federal court and with the new presidential administration moving in.
Can we agree that they earned this consent decree? Who believes that they earned it?
Louisville's consent decree, a federal document outlining reforms for the police department, is a hot topic of conversation at a panel held at Routes 101.
It's very important to me that we have a discussion about what's going on in our city as far as policing goes.
Most of the conversation centered around concerns.
I understand saying, Judge, this agreement violates our contract. So your contract means you get to violate our civil rights.
The consent decree is currently in federal court after the police union, River City Fraternal Order of Police, claimed it interferes with their policies. They've said they should have been a part of the negotiation process. In court Monday, the judge asked the Department of Justice if there is a, quote, less intrusive manner of resolving the dispute, end quote. That's when WHAS 11 spoke with the Heritage Foundation, who is against the implementation of the consent decree.
We're very pleased that the judge's questioning tracks very closely with our legal arguments. We expect that this thing will get tossed, Louisville will be safer as a result of it.
There's a possibility the judge won't sign the document, killing it there. And with President-elect Donald Trump taking office soon, it may not be enforced.
You know, that's been a top worry of ours, but at the end of the day, we're not going to let that deter us from our mission. We intend to be right there, you know, full force, and just keeping the fire lit, you know, especially for my niece Breonna Taylor.
Regardless, people want change, even pointing to the next step of boycotts and protests.
No one likes these repressive policies, and so it's got to change. And I can tell the young people are not going to stand for it.
Now, while we wait on the decision of the federal judge, panelists reminded people to put in their proposals for the independent monitor who will oversee the decree carried out in the city. I did reach out to the FOP for a comment and have not heard back. Live in studio, Clarice Shaley, WHAS 11 on your side. All right, thank you, Clarice. And new tonight, a person is dead and another is suffering from serious injuries after a car crash in the St. Denis neighborhood. Police say they responded to the crash on Rockford Lane just before 1 this afternoon. When officers arrived, they found a car had crashed into a TARC bus. 2 people were extracted from the car with severe injuries. Both were taken to the hospital where the passenger later died. The driver of the car remains in serious condition. Kentucky State Police is investigating after an officer-involved shooting involving the Franklin County Sheriff's Office. KSP says the Sheriff's Office responded to a call for a man experiencing a mental health crisis around 7:30 this morning. Police say the man was armed with a knife, and during the encounter, one of the deputies fired his gun and hit the man. The man was taken to the Frankfort Regional Medical Center with life-threatening injuries. No officers were hurt during the incident. Well, Louisville men's basketball continued its hot streak this afternoon with yet another win. Sports reporter Mason Hordisky joins us now with just how big of a win this was for the Cards. Mason.
Well, look, Alex, am I here to say that we're seeing the Louisville men's basketball of old? Not quite. But the fact that we're talking about not quite instead of way far away is a whole lot better than where this program's been. Louisville picks up its 8th straight win in an 81-67 dub over Virginia. Mind you, this is the same program that won 8 games last year. Sports reporter Sarandon Reboyne was at the Yum to see how this team continues to climb its way back to prominence.
4 Cardinals players scored in double digits in their win against Virginia. And for 8 straight games, it's been a different player leading Louisville to victory. This team is devised of guys who step up when the moment is right. And their connection as a team makes them one of the most dangerous in the ACC.
Well, I think that's one of the strengths of our team is that you can't circle one guy on the scouting report. I mean, Javon's had 32 in a game. Fats had 27 in a game. Raines had 27 twice. Chucky's had 27. So, you know, usually you go into a thing in a scouting report like, okay, who are the knowns? Like, who are the dudes? And I just like to think we have a lot of them.
Everybody's on the same page right now, and we knew it was going to be this way, but it had to take a little bit of time for us to like gel together and try to put this thing together. But it's just been great. Just our togetherness and going out there trying to do it together every single night.
I mean, you could tell our guys are playing with joy. Good things happen to their teammates, and we always talk about tight huddles during a game. They're in huddles, and they're doing, like, smiling and dancing. I love that. Joy in your work.
Our main thing is to get in the march, and to get in the march, you got to be consistent and be able to stack wins and keep winning and don't worry about, like, what's next.
This is the first time that the Cards have beat the Cavaliers here at the KFC Yum Center since 2020. It's also the first time that Louisville has beat Virginia twice in the same season in the history of these teams playing each other. Up next for the Cards, they're going to head to Dallas to take on SMU. Reporting at the KFC Yum Center, I'm Sarandon Reboyne, WHAS 11 on your side.
Much, Sarandon. Not the only game in the Bluegrass this afternoon, though. Kentucky with yet another top 15 showdown, this time against number 4 Alabama. But for the first time this year, they fall in one of those top-ranked teams, 102-97. Coming up, we'll have highlights from both those games. Plus, sports director Ken Spencer will join us from Rupp Arena. All that, plus the LIT semis. We got a fully loaded day of sports coming up for you. Alex?
All right, thank you, Mason. Well, TikTok has officially stopped working in the United States. The app has temporarily suspended services thanks to a new law going into effect tomorrow. So when users in the U.S. open the app, they're greeted with this message that says, quote, "Sorry, TikTok isn't available right now." The message goes on to explain the new ban taking effect and then says, quote, "We are fortunate that President Trump has indicated that he will work with us on a solution to reinstate TikTok once he takes office. Please stay tuned." However, for many TikTok users, the uncertainty of the app's future is leaving them frustrated.
There's small businesses everywhere that utilize this to boost their income and their business and make their businesses more successful.
President-elect Trump told ABC News he will most likely give TikTok a 90-day extension until they can figure something out. TikTok CEO was among a number of notable tech leaders planning to attend Monday's inauguration. This morning, King Solomon Baptist Church hosted its 8th annual Martin Luther King Jr. Prayer Breakfast. The breakfast is part of the 23rd Martin Luther King Jr. Week of Service with the theme of building the beloved community through unity.
This breakfast is symbolizing his dream. We have black, white, Asians. We have everyone that come out every Saturday, every third Saturday of the month just to pray. We are strong on prayer because prayer is the key to all our solutions.
We have a full list of MLK events being held this week linked on our website, WHAS11.com.